Welcome to Shinme, the extraordinary new body of work by Gibraltarian artist Christian Hook. Today we're in our flagship gallery in Mayfair, looking at the new collection before its official release to the public later this year. The collection consists of 8 outstanding new equine works, 5 mixed media studies and 3 rendered in oil. The title of the series, Shinme, or Sacred Horse in Japanese, refers to an ancient custom wherein a horse is dedicated to a traditional Japanese shrine for it to be ridden by the kami, Japanese deities and spirits, which are often also used in other religious rites, rituals or festivals. Originally, a real horse would have been offered to the gods, but given the complexities of caring for the animal, this tradition was gradually replaced by statues, and today it's more likely to take the form of a wooden votive tablet. The horse has undoubtedly been an integral part of Japanese culture and society for millennia, and from early antiquity the Japanese worshipped the horse as a mount for the gods. They believed that the divine spirit, the kami, appeared on the human world on horseback, and this is why Shinme were offered to the gods in their shrines. The custom of dedicating Shinme has been incorporated in ceremonies for over 1,300 years, since the advent of the Nara period. In Japan, there are over 80,000 Shinto shrines, and within each you'll find a wooden votive tablet depicting the Shinme. For his new series, Christian has created a collection of mixed media studies that explore the concept of the sacred horse, produced over multiple layers that combine to make the whole image. The initial underlayer of the painting is made on Japanese paper and incorporates tea stains, kimono patterns from famous Japanese designers, gold leaf, and Japanese ink applied with a calligraphy brush. The second layer depicts the figure of the horse itself, rendered in ink onto transparent mylar paper. The result is a series of delicate and evocative images that relate to his earlier famous equine studies in their subject matter, but are portrayed here with an entirely new and innovative approach. Christian's love of music means he often looks to popular culture and other musicians for his inspiration. In the same way that modern artists incorporate cross-cultural influences in his work, Christian introduces multiple media, such as the fabric patterns from the fashion world that create the figure of the horse in order to create his images. The fractured, multi-layered nature of the works refers to the concept of wabi-sabi, a notion in Japanese aesthetics that celebrates the acceptance of imperfection and transience in nature. Derived from Buddhist teachings, the principles of wabi-sabi include an appreciation of natural objects, the force of nature, asymmetry, and ephemerality. It can be described simply as flawed beauty. In an art, this is emphasised in the process of making a work that highlights its incompleteness and natural structural simplicity. This concept has been explored in Western art, design and poetry, most famously in the works of designer Leonard Cohen and ceramicist Bernard Leach, and now in Christian's paintings. Shinme brings together 2 of Christian's most highly celebrated themes, the equine study and an exploration of Japanese culture. These new works reference his Chi series, created in 2016, where Christian travelled to Kyoto and fell in love with the spirit and philosophy of its people. The traditional tea ceremony performed by the geisha was of particular interest to Christian, and in these works he alludes back to this ancient art form by incorporating both spilled tea stains and the fabric of the kimono. The horse itself appears through Christian's entire oeuvre. Before creating these powerful studies, Hook immerses himself in the history of classical equine iconography and explores the myriad depictions of the horse in European literature and art, drawing particular inspiration from the monumental Baroque equestrian portraits of the 17th and 18th centuries and the Trojan horse. Visions, the largest work in this series, is created using pure oils as well as water-based oils, and the latter is manipulated to create Christian's signature drips down the canvas. The extraordinarily heavy impasto the artist incorporates in this piece has never been seen before in his work and is used to great effect. This work juxtaposes 2 entirely conflicting influences, the twisted and tortured canvases of Francis Bacon, but rendered in the frivolous colour palette of Rococo. These extraordinary new works epitomise the artist's ongoing obsession with the inherent strength and subtle arrogance of the horse, and in them tradition and modernity collide to create a dynamic, fragmented image of transient movement. If you'd like to learn more about Christian's work or view this sensational new collection, please don't hesitate to get in touch with your local gallery.